Hello, 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 and welcome back to Curly Nita. So today is Thanksgiving, and I wanted to do this thanks what I'm thankful for 2020 edition. It's called the Thankful 2020 tag, and I've written down the questions in my notebook because I need to write them down. And this is one of two tags I'll be doing today. I wasn't tagged by anybody. I actually got this from somebody who wasn't tagged by anybody. If I can remember, I'll include the name somewhere in here. If not, I'll put it in the description box. But yeah, so I figured I haven't uploaded anything to this channel in a while. So I'm just going back in with these Dove Amplified Textures products. And I like them because they're lightweight and they go together. Why not? Oh, I'm forgetting some stuff I need. Hold on. Just one moment. Okay, and through the magic of YouTube, I'm back. I forgot my comb and my clips. I usually don't use this comb, but I've already, it don't even seem like, my hair is already dry. Super, super duper porous. I normally, well, no, here's what I'm saying. I normally don't use that comb, and second of all, I already washed my hair, and I thought I detangled it pretty good. It is detangled, it's starting to dry already because my hair is super duper porous. If I'm recalling that correctly, because when I was little, my mother used to always say, "Your hair is so porous." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "It's just drinking up everything that I put in it." And it does. It does. Um, and I hate doing this. I have the spray bottle right here. I don't know why I'm not using it, but that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. And I'm going to work on the back first because I get the most shrinkage in the back. And probably be better. I had to go with the clips and the comb. But first of all, I'm going to wet her up. And I put oil in it and it doesn't even feel like it. I use this, somebody used like, well, they didn't even use it. Somebody took my favorite OGX oil, not this one. My favorite one is the OGX. Oh, I don't even have it. But it's the rainbow color OGX is my favorite. And I'm not going to use this because this is for hot oil treatments. But somebody put water in it. Kids gotta love them, huh? But anyway, yeah. So, oh, I didn't even show you what I'm putting in my hair. This is a serum. It's the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum with argan oil and Moroccan oil. I think that's what it says. Oh, with argan oil from Morocco. It doesn't say Moroccan oil, argan oil from Morocco. And here's the oil that I'm putting in. This is a serum. This is actually for your straight hair. But I'm putting it in my curly hair. The next thing I'm going in with the Dove Amplified Textures leave-in. And I'm using up quite a bit because I have a huge section back here. Like I said, it's Thanksgiving. It is still morning technically, but it's around 11 o'clock. I got up this morning and I was feeling pretty lazy, so and I think I want a different comb too. But I'm trying to go ahead and get myself together. I'm not going anywhere because, you know, we're not supposed to be really visiting anybody. My brother lives down the street, so I can go down there, and he has outside space, and I have an outside space. So if we want to congregate, it would be completely fine because we don't have to be in the house all on top of everybody. But anyway, let's get started with this Thankful 2020 tag that I was not tagged in, but this is just what I'm doing. Ooh. My hair, because it's so curly, is just like curled back up on itself. And I have to go back in and separate the curls. You see, it's not really. Go back in and separate these curls, but so far these curls are popping already with just the leave-in, the oil in the leave-in. And instead of the LOC method, I'm using the OLC method because I want my hair to be really moisturized. But yeah, see, my curls are already, they're already getting their lives. They're already getting their life. But I can ramble on, so it's been 5 minutes already. So let me get started with this tag. So the first question is, well, first of all, I just want to say I'm thankful that I was on the wake up list this morning. Thank you, God. I was on the wake up list this morning. And then second of all, I want to say thank you for my three. Second of all, I want to say thank you for my three beautiful daughters. There they go right there. Because my three beautiful daughters, my handsome grandson, our little puppy boy, Jackie, Boom Boom, all my family and friends, and thankful for my job, our house, our car. I'm thankful for everything. I'm super duper thankful like that all the time on a regular basis because, you know, it's always like, as a little kid, I was always like, why we don't have this and why we don't have that. And it's so funny because me and my sister talk about it all the time. But we always thought that we didn't have what other kids had, but we had something better, I think, because we really knew our parents loved us and they really looked out for us. And we always had food and shelter and water. You know, we might not have had end clothes all the time, but my mother, she did the best that she could. And so, yeah, looking back, like as adults looking back, it's so funny to say, dang, we really had it good as a kid, just to hear like some of the stories that like maybe your friends might have went through or something like that. Like, man, we didn't ever have to worry about a lot of stuff. But yeah, we got those life lessons, and it was so funny because each lesson was specific to that child and not in just children in general, like just, no, you're supposed to be good or whatever. But anyway, like I said, I'm rambling on again, but let's get into this. So the first one is, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? My favorite Thanksgiving food would have to be greens, and I like any kind of greens, collard greens, mustard, turnip greens. I like the mustard and turnip together, and I like the collard and the kale together. And that's how I cook them when I cook greens. And I just think they complement each other like that better. And this, I hate putting my hair in, splitting it down the middle and the back, because when it dries, you have a big part in the middle of your head. But my hair is so fine that when you split it up into sections, did I leave out something? I'm just going to do just oil and leave-in, I guess, because I didn't even put the gel in my hair. Anyway, so I'll put the gel on the outside of the twist because I got to get it moving. Okay, so my favorite Thanksgiving food would be greens. My happiest childhood Thanksgiving memory would be, as a little kid, we would all go to my grandmother's house, and it's so funny because we were always late. Always late. Oh my goodness, my mama, she was always late. I guess that's the issue when you're trying to get all your kids together, whatever. And we didn't even live that far from my grandmother's house. It wasn't even like 5 miles. And we were always late. They always knew we was late, so they would tell my mama the stuff was like an hour before it started. So we would try to get there on time, and we would still be late. But anyway, yes, everything was homemade. And I remember this, and this is the funniest thing because I don't like coconut. I remember I used to love German chocolate cake. Whoever made that cake, it was delicious, and I loved it. But yeah, we would all gather, all the aunties and uncles and cousins, my grandmother, my grandfather. Oh my goodness, it was just the best time, just being a little kid and just getting so much love. And then back then, we would also like, well, really, we didn't because I was a child, but like the older cousins, they would house hop and they would go from house to house. And it was just funny to see like them going from house to house, getting Thanksgiving plates or whatever, or just going and socializing with other people. And it's so funny. My mother's best friend lived across the street from my grandmother's house. So we would go over there, and that was my godmother. And so we was just, it was just family, and it was neighborhood, and it was just warm and just, it was the best. All right, so let me start with the smaller section. And then the next question is, what do I enjoy most about Thanksgiving? I enjoy most about Thanksgiving just being with my family. But this is something we do all the time. Me and my daughters, we always get together. My grandson, we get together like weekly. So when everybody's in town, yeah, we get together on a regular basis. But I like it also that like all the holidays, me and my siblings, we do this because our parents are passed away. But we always call each other, and when you answer the phone, you say Happy Thanksgiving. And so my little brother, he actually called me before I got started. He was like, "What you doing? What you great do?" And I told him what I was doing, and true me fashion, I said, "Oh, I talked to this person, and I talked to this person, and I talked to that person. This is what they doing, and all this stuff." And then he tell me who he talked to. It's so funny. But it's the greeting that I like the most about Thanksgiving. When people call you on the phone and you answer, Happy Thanksgiving. So that's that. The next question is, who is the most grateful person that I know? The most grateful person that I know, me being a narcissist, would probably be me. But I think it would be still true. I think if you were to ask any of my siblings, because even my kids, because I'm the type of person, if I go to the store and I get a parking spot right in front of the store because I'm lazy sometimes, really I don't want to carry the groceries all the way back to the car unless I'm trying to get my steps in. But usually I'm trying to get a close parking spot, and especially if it's cold outside or raining. But I'm like, thank you, Lord, for this parking spot. And they're like, really? And I'm like, really? Like the Lord knew I was coming, and he left this parking spot just for me. So, yeah, I think I'm the most grateful person that I know. And I don't know. Like, my life hasn't been perfect, but I know I have a pretty charmed life. Getting a text message just when I looked up over to the side. That's funny. It got caught in my hair. Here we go. But yeah, I think I would be the most grateful person that I know. Let me move on to my next page because I'm still talking. What's the one experience that you are most thankful for? The one experience I'm most thankful for? I think it would be just like, this is like a series of experiences, but I think it would just be like talking to my dad, because anybody who is a daddy's girl or whatever, they know that it's just like, there's nothing like it when you can talk to somebody and they understand you, and they always, no matter what it is that you talk to them about. And my father, he was older, because I think he was older when I was born. I think he was in his 30s when I was born. So, but he's probably always been like this old. So anyway, because he just had that personality. But yeah, just talking to my father, I would call him, we would talk every single day. And yeah, that's the most thankful experience I had because, like, he would just always like calm me whenever I was riled up, or even when I was like bored and like whatever. Every day it was just like, and I just learned so many lessons from him. So that's the most experience. That's the most. That's the experience I'm most thankful for, is those conversations with my dad. And then the next question is, what is one article or blog post that you're most thankful for? And I would say I'm most thankful for Parent Magazine. And this is probably going to seem really strange because all my kids are like pretty much grown. But I learned so much from that magazine. I really had to learn to sit still and be still. I didn't learn that from the magazine. I learned that from life. But the Parent Magazine, because my youngest daughter, she has hypoplastic left heart, a dextrocardia, a splenia, and there's some other stuff. But yeah, my most I love that magazine because it had so many helpful tips, like just. And then with my two younger kids, my oldest child is 30, my two younger ones are teenagers. But so learning to start all over again with little kids, because my oldest child, she was 12 when I had her sisters. Let me see. Yep. She is 10 and 12. What? Let me see. Yep, 12 and 14 years between them, her and her younger sisters. But yeah. And I'm still just doing the oil and the leave-in conditioner. I haven't put any gel on my hair. That oil just sat right on top of my hair. But look, you see it's soaking in. It's just going right on in. It's like, yeah. But let me move on to the next one because this is getting really long. What's one thing you've learned this year that you're most thankful? I just learned that I think I don't know if I learned it or I realized that the way that I manage myself, I guess I would say, is okay, because I've always been a homebody anyway. I used to like a lot of company, but now I don't. And that's been like, I don't know. I used to like a lot of company, but now not so much because not just COVID, but even before then, because I like my stuff and I don't want my stuff to be tore up. And everybody don't, well, I shouldn't say it, but you know, I just want to sit around and enjoy my stuff. I'll probably get in a place where I want company later on, but right now, no. And like, I'm just a homebody, and I've always been a homebody, and I've always been like a super, like germaphobe or whatever. So, yeah. So I learned that the way that I've been doing things have been a-okay because it's kept us safe during this time, during COVID. And making sure I'm reaching for the right bottle because but I have the gel is a pump, so I'll have to do a little bit more to get that out. But yeah, if you could thank one person for their influence on your life, who would it be, living or otherwise? One person that I would thank for their influence on my life is, there's actually two people. I'm gonna cheat. I got two people, because one person living, and he's probably not gonna see this, is Papa. He's one of my dad's friends, and it seemed like he always like kind of looked out for me. Like when my parents weren't around and I was out running around in the neighborhood or whatever. And he even texted me first thing this morning, and he was like, happy Thanksgiving. Sometimes he just texts me randomly, and sometimes it's like, I'm sure, I don't know if he knows it or not, but it's like sometimes, I'm sure he doesn't know, but sometimes I'm just in like a weird place where I'm like not feeling like my most confident or whatever. and I'm feeling like deserted, because it's hard when you don't have your parents around. But especially me, because I was so much of a mama and daddy's girl that I would talk to them every single day or whatever. And now it's just like I have to listen to my kids' issues, which I don't mind. But yeah, I listen to my kids' issues, and I just really don't have that person to go to. I could go to my sister, but she has her own issues. And my brother, like, I tell them stuff that I'm going through, but I don't tell them everything that I'm going through. But it's different when you have that parent, because they have that unconditional love. But yeah, Papa is just, he just randomly texts me and he's like, how you doing? Or he tells me about somebody from the old neighborhood or whatever. And it's just like comforting. And then the second person has passed away is my stepdad. Oh my goodness, he was a character, but I know he loved me from the start. I would like just give him such a hard time. Like, you not my daddy. You not my daddy. I was one of those kids. But he was like, I love you. He was like, I love you. I love you. I love you. And he was like, this is my daughter. You better not mess with her. Give her $1. And this is back when you could buy everything you needed for a quarter. You could get a pop for a quarter. I said, see, I'm getting old because I'm like one of those old people. But yeah, when me and my sister was little, you could get a pop for a quarter, you could get chips for a quarter, you get a candy bar for a quarter, and still have a quarter left. I get your little nail laters, whatever. Shoot. Oh my goodness. And yeah, it's like no matter how much, like, you ever have those people in your life that, or if you ever know somebody, like, if you push them away, they're not going nowhere. That's how he was. But he just loved me. And I was like, and I knew it. And I always felt loved. So, like, I was pretty blessed. I'm pretty blessed. But, yeah. So, that'll be my stepdad say. And let me move on. Who's one person that you haven't thanked for their contribution in your life? Oh, well, that would be Say. And, yeah, I never did thank him. And Papa. What do you feel most grateful for to God today? I'm just grateful I'm on the wake up list. I'm grateful that we have food to cook for Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful for just being me. I can't be nobody else, so I'm thankful for being me. All right. I've stretched this video out so long. It's going to be so long. Let me click over because oh no, that's my last question. Last question, last twist. Okay, so I think it was 10 questions. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Curly Nita. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're blessed. Stay safe. And until I see you guys again, peace.